Greeks. And then I went over to the party that night, and as I was there, they came up to me and they said, Sean, come on in. We are just so glad you're here. And then one of the president came up to me and he said, Sean, you have something that no other person has that we want for our fraternity. We heard you have great parking spots. Is it true? But then I realized that this was a fraternity that was going to accept me, going to treat me no different than anyone else. One of the nights that I stayed over at the fraternity, I had just been activated in the fraternity, and I decided to stay over at one of my brother's apartments. Okay, it takes a little extra effort to have me stay over at your place. You know, you have to know how to lift me. It's a special way to lift me. You got to know how to put my toilet seat on so I don't fall in the toilet. And, you know, there's just a little extra preparation. So I trust my life in this brother's hands. Think twice before you do that. It was a Wednesday night, and a certain television show comes on a Wednesday night in where I went to school. And the fraternity brother sat to my right, and he said, look, bud, from 7 to 8, there will be no interruptions. Do you need anything now? I'm like, what's up, freak? He's like, no, you don't know how serious I am. This is my show. No one bugs me during the show. Now, I agreed to let you stay here. You know, it's fun, but you're going to have to cooperate. I'm like, all right. Whoop. So it's like 6:59. All of a sudden, the urge hit me. I had to go to the bathroom. So I looked to my brother, right? We're brothers. I'm like, hey, bro, I need to go to the bathroom. He looks at me and he says, tough. I'm like, come on, man. This is a bodily function. I'll be fast. He's like, dude, did you not get the ground rules? He's like, fine, little man, let's go. So he, like, wheels me into the bathroom, sets up my toilet seat, scoops me up, puts me on it. He looks at me. He grabs a doorknob and he says, goodbye. Goodbye? He shuts the door and he locks it. Was I going anywhere? So I'm sitting on the toilet, I do my thing. I'm like, all right, whew, I'm done. Dude, I'm done. Hello? And then all of a sudden in the background I hear this theme song. I don't want to wait for my life to be over. I'm like, you're leaving me for Dawson's. You are sick. I'm like, I know Joey's hot, but I'm on the pot here, dude. He's like, you're going to have to wait till 8. You're going to have to wait till 8 o'clock? You're going to have to sit on the toilet for an hour? Raise your hand if you've ever sat on the toilet for an hour. Okay, that's a... Usually no one raises their hand. So there I was on the toilet, and you know, after a while, your feet turn blue, and you feel no feelings in your legs, and you're just thinking, what is happening here? So then all of a sudden I start getting angry. I'm like, oh my goodness, why did I join a fraternity? Why did I... And I went into this little hysterical mode. I'm sure you've had experiences where you just threw a fit, right? And then it started to laugh. I started to laugh. I laughed because the rope ladder that I created with toilet paper didn't work. I laughed because I realized I was being treated no different than any other brother. If any other brother was shrunken overnight to 3 feet tall, they too would be left on the toilet.